Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Harley and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Harley's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Harley will come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your lesson with Rich tomorrow. Now Harley is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and the command is Harley, heel. Now at this point, Harley has a job to do. So when you're walking, he should be walking next to your left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind. He should be walking at your pace. If you change direction or change speed, he should do the same. He should be paying attention to you. He should be focused on what you're doing. Rich is walking very slowly, and then when you stop, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this is more for like walking in a neighborhood, walking in the city where you need your dog to be well under control, heeling next to your left leg, and when you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street or talk to a vendor at a flea market, he should be sitting nicely and waiting for his next command. So you're not going to get whipped out of your shoes anymore. Nice automatic sit, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You're going to lengthen out the distance and the amount of time that he can hold this, starting out at about 30 seconds and slowly working up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, ending up back where they started. Rich stops at his shoulders, and at this point, Harley expects to get another command. And Rich heels him out of that. He's a very smart puppy. He's just a Vizsla. His heeling skills are really almost perfect. His automatic sits are great as well. If he doesn't sit right away, Rich would tell him no sit. Stay. He leaves him in another sit stay. He turns out to the end of his leash to face him. No. Stay. And this time, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to use his name, he's going to lighten his tone, and he's going to demonstrate the recall on leash. Harley, come, and he should come and sit. No more coming and jumping all over you. And that takes a lot of self-control for him, because his instinct is to launch himself, as you know. And Rich is going to demonstrate that recall again for you. Nice automatic sit, stay. Walk out to the end of your leash, turn to face the dog. You use his name, you call him in, and he comes right in and sits facing your knees, and that's the only way he gets praised. Then he returns to heel and back to sitting. Now the next series of commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. You notice Rich turning on his toes and keeping it interesting for the dog, making the dog focus on him. If you're just walking in a straight line forever and ever, the dog starts to daze off. Now this command is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay you can practice right in your RV. It's down, stay, time it out. 1 minute, 2 minutes, up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, again, he walks all the way around him, returning back to heel where everything starts and stops. He stops at heel position and he gives another command. Now, Rich has practiced all these commands with him, with his other training collar as well, and I know that you want Rich to help you with that, teach you how to use that properly, and we'll be doing that during your lesson. So remember, before you give the down command, always have the dog seated first, left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. And this time, Rich is going to call him out of that downstay. And you notice that Rich is reading his body language, his eye movement, everything, so that if he sees that he's about to get up, he'll say, no, stay. He'll repeat the command, and that's okay to do. Anticipate that he's going to make a mistake and correct him before he makes the mistake. And the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise because you're not right next to the dog. Rich is going to leave him in a sit-stay. He's going to turn to face him. You don't have to put a lot of distance in between you in the beginning. Rich uses his right hand to give the command and drops him into a down from a distance. So you are going to be lengthening out the distance and, again, the time that he's able to hold it. So we have demonstrated for you all of Harley's formal on-leash obedience commands. You will be getting a very thorough lesson with Harley tomorrow with Rich. Rich takes his time with his clients and will answer all your questions. Harley's a great puppy. We've enjoyed having him, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.